Well, Tovar, we just were able to talk to Buddy, and he was talking about how important it was for them to have you here, but how important it was for you to stay a Rocky. What is it about this organization that made you want to sign this long extension here?
Dile que me siento súper feliz y contento porque me están dando la oportunidad y están creyendo en mí, en que puedo ser parte de este equipo por mucho tiempo y que voy a hacer buen trabajo. Y créeme que feliz por ser parte de ser un Rocky por mucho tiempo, y si es por mí puedo ser Rocky toda la vida, ¿sabes?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy, extremely excited. Not just for the organization, but for myself, that they believe in me a lot to be here long term, and I'm excited to be a part of that, and I'm excited to be here for as long as I can.
What have you liked about being in this organization?
Dile que yo me siento ya aquí como una familia. Dile que, o sea, me firmaron cuando tenía 16 años y es grande, ¿sabes? Eso yo lo aprecio mucho.
I signed here as a 16-year-old, so I feel like this is my family, and that's huge for me.
Toby, when was it that talks started? Did you start that last year, this year? How did that come, and how did this come about?
Dile que fue como hace una semana que comenzó esta negociación, o sea, que están mis agentes, y ha sido un buen trabajo. O sea, le doy el crédito todo a mi agente, a la compañía de rimas por haberme ayudado y estar para mí en todo momento. Pero todo empezó como hace una semana más o menos.
Una semana?
Sí.
It was about a week ago. Everything just kind of started. I got to give thanks to my agent and my agency and the talks that they had with the Rockies. It's been a great opportunity, and the way they went about it, I really appreciate it.
Toby, what have you learned about yourself as a player since last year to now?
Dile que he aprendido muchas cosas, que más que todo es la experiencia y lo que es saber llevar el juego. He aprendido mucho de mis compañeros aquí y es experiencia un poquito.
Honestly, it's just the experience, overall experience that I've learned, not just from the team aspect, but from my teammates as well. Learning from them and learning how to be a big leaguer is really important.
How important is it to get the money part out of the way, to where you can just concentrate on the things you need to do to be a better ball player?
Dile que eso nunca estaba en mi mente. O sea, una de las cosas que yo dije a mí mismo antes de empezar a hacer estas negociaciones era que pasara lo que pasara, yo tenía que salir a jugar y dar lo mejor de mí en el campo. O sea, tengo un contrato, no tengo un contrato, este es mi trabajo y lo voy a hacer con todo el cariño.
It's something I never really thought about. I went out there and tried to play the best of my ability, and that's the way I went about it. I never thought about it. I know that going out there is something that I want to do, and I want to contribute the best I can. So that's never been an issue for me. I just want to go out there and compete and show what I can do.
What's the next?
Was there a point last year where you said, I belong here, I can play here, I feel good here?
Dice, hay un momento el año pasado que pensaste que yo puedo jugar aquí, yo tengo que estar aquí.
Desde el principio, desde que me dieron la oportunidad de que hice el equipo en Grandes Ligas de Sprint Training, dije, yo puedo hacerlo. También cuando me subieron a Grandes Ligas el año del 2022 que debuté, también lo dije. O sea, yo creo en mí y sé que puedo hacer buen trabajo.
It was when I got called up and made the roster. That's when I knew I can do it. Even when I made my debut, I told myself, man, I belong here. I can do this.
Toby, when you were 16, you signed with the Rockies. Could you have ever dreamed that you would sign a contract like this?
Dile que uno de niño siempre es el sueño de uno ser Grandes Ligas. Pero, o sea, era eso. O sea, ahora es diferente vivirlo, ¿sabes? Sentirlo. O sea, esto para mí es una bendición muy grande y, o sea, ha sido mucho trabajo fuerte de mi familia, o sea, de mi parte. Pero eso no me lo creo, ¿sabes? Todo pasó muy rápido y es una bendición grande de Dios.
As a kid, you dream about being a big leaguer, and that's it. You don't think about anything else. You just want to be a big leaguer. To me, this is just a blessing. It's just part of it, and I'm excited and just blessed.
They tell me that the first time they noticed you were taking batting practice when you were 13. When did you know that the Rockies were interested in you?
Cuando, o sea, literal, la primera vez que vi que los Rockies estaban interesados fue que me invitaron. Yo estaba en Dominicana agarrando doping y me dijeron, tienes que irte a Venezuela. Y yo pensaba que me habían botado de la academia, o sea, que me iba para mi casa. Pero me dijeron que tenía un trayado con los Rockies y ahí literal pasaron 2 días y pude acordar con ellos.
I was in Dominican and taking batting practice, and they told me, hey, you need to go to Venezuela and meet some people. And I thought I was being, released or fired or something. But I ended up getting the opportunity to try out for them, and that's how it started.
You were 15 then, or at that point?
15.
Where does a day like this rank for you? You get signed, that's a huge goal. You make your big league debut, that's a huge goal, but now you've proven you can do it at the big league level, and a 7-year extension has to be pretty high up there in terms of days of your life.
Dile que, como te digo, todo ha sido una bendición. O sea, como digo, todo ha pasado muy rápido. Y le doy gracias a Dios. O sea, todo ha sido también gracias, no solo mi trabajo, sino que tengo muchas personas atrás de mí que me han ayudado a lograr todo esto.
You know, like I said earlier, it's a blessing. You know, everything's just gone rather quickly right now to process it. But I thank God that I'm put in this situation. And again, I'm just lucky and blessed.
Your career is now, but there's been a long line of really good shortstops here, going all the way back to Vinny and Walt Weiss in the beginning. You had Tulowitzki and Story. Now you're next. Do you feel like you're kind of carrying on a tradition?
Dile que yo voy a tratar de hacer la mejor versión de mí. O sea, yo no he hecho buen trabajo en la organización. Yo quiero hacer mi trabajo también, ¿sabes? Quiero dejar la organización en alto. Literal, tengo el Colorado Rockies en el pecho y mi apellido atrás. O sea, voy a dar lo mejor por representarlo.
You know, no doubt those players are great ball players, you know, but I want to show what I can do as a player too. You know, I want to show what I can prove. I got a big torch to hold as a Rocky and for 7 years, and I want to continue to do that and prove that.
So much has been said about your maturity, and when we were talking to Buddy a few moments ago, he said that part of that comes from your gratitude. What can you say about what this organization means to you, and what are you most grateful for here?
Dile que, como te digo, que al principio esto ha sido una familia. Fueron los que me dieron la oportunidad cuando yo no tenía nada que estar en Dominicana tratando de conseguir una firma. Y eso, o sea, me han tratado como una familia desde siempre. Me he sentido súper cómodo y contento. Y ahora que literal firmo un contrato con ellos por 7 años, se siente increíble. O sea, y estoy súper agradecido y creo que soy una persona muy agradecida por ese sentido.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, you know, just from them signing me as a young kid, I feel like this is my family. Very grateful for them. Very grateful for this opportunity. I mean, 7 years to be part of this organization and feel comfortable here is something I'm very grateful for.
We all know what a good player he is and the potential, but what prompted the decision to go forward now with the extension?
Well, first and foremost, we believe in him and what he has a chance to be down the road. What he is currently, what he has a chance to be down the road, and we think he's a chance to be a very, very good player. And when you look around the league at some people, we believe in him, and like a lot of our young guys, it's somebody we envision building around here.
How special is it to identify somebody at a young age in Latin America as you did him, and to see him blossom the way you had hoped?
Well, you give credit starting with Rolando, right? I mean, take a look at a 15-year-old kid and say, okay, this is what he's going to be at 22 years old, and that's a unique thing. And then our development people helping him develop to become the person, but you know, it took a lot of people, and it's pretty rewarding.
Toby said that this came together pretty quickly, maybe within a week. I mean, did you find this was a kind of smooth negotiation there?
Well, I think it started with both parties wanting to get something done, and when that happens, we were able to come to, you know, a good deal for both people.
When you look at the Rockies and their history and ask Toby about it, shortstop has been a position where a lot of really good players have played, a couple Gold Glovers there. How proud are you guys of the tradition at that position for you guys?
Well, I mean, you said it. You named the guys. It starts with Nefi Perez, DeWalt, to you know, Tulo and the Story, and he falls in line.
You guys have never been afraid to spend a little money. Some teams, you know, break it all down and start over, but that doesn't seem to be your philosophy. Can you talk about?
Well, I think we're putting together pieces that we feel are going to be a championship team, and he's going to be part of it going forward.
I mean, you look at Arizona, and they raised it to the ground, right?
Right.
You don't believe in that?
I believe in our players, and I've said it. I believe in our young players coming, and we have some good players here, and we're looking forward to the season and what the future holds for us.
Bill, he hit 15 homers last year, but he was telling us he thinks there's even a little more pop in there. You agree?
Yeah, I think you got some maturity. You know, you're talking about a kid that came early out of Double-A, and so when you go back and look at his minor league at bats and where he was, you know, I think there's a lot of growth still in there. And last year he got exposed to some things, and you know, you look 2 years ago, I think he was one of the better players in the Eastern League. There were some good players in that league. And it was a big jump for him last year, and to get through and do some of the things he did, I think think there's a bright future.
I asked him if there's a day the last year that he felt that he belonged here. Did you see that? Was there a time for you that stood out?
I saw growth through the whole season. And even through his struggles, he handled them well. He's a mature kid. He's got the respect of the clubhouse and some veteran guys and how he goes about it. But I would just say as the year went on, you just saw a guy getting better and better.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.